Is my son Paul,
Yep.
and daughter Sarah, and her husband Abbas, and my wife Joyce. I don't remember if anybody's ever met all the 20 years I've been there. And my sister Donna from north of St. Joe, and her husband Rick.
You left one out. You left one out. There's a half. There's a half
There is
there.
a small, either a Jacob or a Daniel. We're not sure which one's going to be this. It'll be a boy. That's going. Sometime in June.
Manager for the Small Airplane Directorate. Out of the thousands of pilots that the FAA issues certificates to, only a very small handful make it to the milestone that Brian's reached, and that's 50 years of exemplary operation of an aircraft. Well, no, I don't like to fly that much, but I know if my guy has 50 years experience, I can probably fly with them. So we're glad you're here. This is really a big deal for us.
That's
very
most
exciting.
of these airplanes.
That was the idea.
Yeah, it's a shame you weren't here for his retirement. We really gave him Ross Schaller and some of the other guys really gave him a good roast, and we really got a chance to get some digs in at Brian, and we enjoyed that. And we're not doing that today because of it's a very formal event for us. It's very exciting, and I'm pleased to. And I have Mr. Donald Halbert from our FAA Flight Standards Fast Team, and he's got some materials that he would wish to share with both Brian and Brian, your wife Joyce.
Yeah.
So if you could both please come up here.
Before we get started, let's, you were talking about the number of people and the pilots and how many people actually make it to this milestone. Excuse my paperwork here. You know, there are actually 319 million people in the United States. 371,000 of them are pilots. So, you know, that's 14% of the population of pilots. There are only 3,000 of these pilots on the honor roll right now for the Wright Brothers Award. So, in Missouri, there's 6,000 pilots. Actually, in Missouri, there's 81 pilots that have made it to the Wright Brothers Award. And there's only 3 in Kansas City. So, that's
Amazing.
pretty big milestone, you know. So this is a very elite, group. So we'd like to say thanks for what you've done and everything. So, if you'd like to bring your bride up here, I have some paperwork.
Sounds like the federal government. You gotta sign it in triplicate.
That's a nice cake.
Can you see around me?
Yeah, you're about this fine.
Actually, this is for Joyce. This basically says your husband has done all this work. Congratulations for putting up with it.
Thank you.
To follow a pilot. I know there's a lot of people that don't make it. We have a little pen for you.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
So.
That's neat.
And I was going over your application package, so I have to get a blue ribbon package from Oklahoma City. And to go with everything, and going through all this, I found your student pilot certificate.
Oh,
Dated 1964.
Yeah.
And
17?
Yeah, 17.
17. I didn't know you had a name too.
Yeah.
You're just 8 years shy of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, give you this.
Oh, thanks.
That is yours.
Yeah.
These are your letter of recommendations from your peer groups. This is what everybody put together and said about you. So I would like to hand you that. We have a certificate here.
Going back a lot of years. Well, since they retired, I've been going over Ancestry.com, so I'm kind of used to going back.
But not for itself.
Well, I'm surprised with
It's
all the
back
stuff you've
50
done.
years.
You know, you've accomplished quite a bit there, a lot of different aircraft, you know, you got a 727, you've got,
Yeah.
a glider. I was like, look at that, got a glider. Yeah, I came here from Albuquerque, and in Albuquerque, out at Moriarty, we have a glider port out there. And so, you know, there's a lot of glider people in that area.
Yeah.
And, so with this, we'd like to give you this certificate. Signed by the administrator.
See, they've always been kidding me for years that my pilot license was signed by Orville Wright.
I told you.
Here's a recommendation letter, so they didn't make it in there. This is a list of the aircraft that we've got that you've basically touched. You know? So it's a pretty extensive list.
Is this like the list you came up with, Ross?
That's why I was collecting it.
You know, we got
That's a
everything.
lot of,
Yeah, when we start to get into it, we've got, well, I can even pronounce that one.
Airmaki.
Airmaki,
Yeah, the
okay.
Impala, okay, yeah, that's out at the, just pilot school.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Got
All the
air
air
tractor,
tractors, yeah, everything from
Beechcraft.
ag planes to.
I saw some Mooney, so did you, actually
Yeah.
work for Mooney down
Yeah.
in the factory?
We worked there we went there in '87,
Yes.
and we were there for a few years. That's where I first met Lowell. And Lowell came to work for us while I was there. And I've been following him then after that.
That's all
Jumped
swear
ahead.
engine.
Swear engine there,
The, M7 now, I believe it is.
the original SJ30, and then the old Metroliner.
Oh, yeah, the San Antonio sewer pipe.
Yeah, that's it.
Worked on a couple of
Wow.
those with
Yeah,
Garrett's.
of course, there's a lot of time assessments, so on
Yeah.
those.
Well, cool.
Would the total come to 180 different airplanes, different models?
500 different tail numbers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got here on this here, 500 different tail numbers, 108.
186.
Yeah.
Well, that's the last one.
50 different manufacturers,
Mhm.
so,
50 different manufacturers, huh?
yeah.
I just lost track.
That's yours too, so. This is a letter here from, Mike Bosner.
Military Flight Standards Division.
Would you mind if I read that out loud?
Sure.
It's a really nice, I really like everyone to hear this, so. Dear Mr. Hancock, on behalf of the Federal Aviation Administration, I take great pride in presenting the Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award in recognition of your 50 years of aeronautical experience as an aviator. This award was initiated by the Federal Aviation Administration in honor of the first pioneers of flight, Wilbur and Orville Wright. In doing so, we are recognizing and honoring those who have contributed and maintained safe flight operations for 50 or more years. Like you, they are the pilots who have brought the aviation industry forward for the enjoyment and benefit of future generations of men and women who will take to the skies. This award acknowledges your exemplary service, professionalism, devotion to aviation safety, recognition by your peers, and the appreciation of countless pilots to whom you showed the way. I extend to you the best wishes in your future endeavors. Sincerely, William Bossert, Flight Standards Division. So, you should get a picture of it.
Yeah, it's very nice. Didn't work, did it? Guess like-
That's right, Brian. I just want you to know I was there when he was 17, and he made me ride. I was like 12. Scared to death.
Yeah.
Always have to drag family in, you know?
I think that's what Joyce and I did on one of our first days.
Our very first date.
Oh, okay.
We took her for riding the Cessna 150.
Really?
Real stud muffin.
But your skills got better.
Yeah.
Smooth out clock. Yeah,
And we have a pen for you there.
okay. Yeah.
And then, if you want to set that down, we have the plaque.
That's
Congratulations.
gorgeous.
It's really cool. Look at that.
Let me get this. Wanna move? Move back in. Yeah, I want, yeah.
I didn't know what you
We're gonna
wanted.
put this in the flyer, so
Oh,
I wanna
you
make
have to.
sure that it's.
Okay.
Hope so.
They're coming up.
Now, I've done my little thing. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
I'm kind of speechless. To tell you the truth. It's like, oh my. I didn't have any idea, you know, back when I started flying that I would ever end up here. I was just flying at the local airport, carrying people on some plane rides now and then, and, you know, and just working around there. And I figured probably where I'd always be. And, you know, I went to, that was in '65, you know, and then the Army decided they needed me. And I hadn't been paying any attention, so I just basically said, well, okay, I guess I gotta go to the Army. Way to do anything else. And when I got out of there, I was leaving Vietnam, and they sent me to re-enlistment. I thought, you gotta be kidding. And they sent me to re-enlistment, and they said, you know, at least you could do, you got GI Bill now, you ought to go to college. I guess, okay. So I did. And it's been, then I started here, and it's been here ever since, and it's like, I never had any idea I'd ever get to anything like this, but it's been absolutely amazing. I guess if I tried to do it all over, I'd probably do it all over again if I had to. This last, see, I came here in '97, and you know, things really started happening for me anyway, here, because we do the international work, and then we work with so many of these companies here in the U.S., and we're at the policy, well, you guys all know what we do, but we're at the policy and guidance side of this. Yeah. And I commented to Lowell a lot and said, you know, we really, in this directorate, we were able to make some pretty neat allow some new technology to really get going in this industry that I think has really been beneficial. And when you look back after that and think, well, you know, I guess we did, although I had no idea at the time we'd be doing it, but look back and think, you know, we kind of did make our point. We actually got a little touch and did some things good for aviation, I think. And so, wow, I don't know how that ever happened. It just did, and it was all, it was a great road, so it's good.
Well, like I say again, you know, it's a tough thing to do. I mean, to be in the business, to go that long without having anything happen, you know, it's really, really good.
I mean, in terms of safe flying and everything, you know. Well, yeah, and we complain about it, at least I have times about it, but, you know, there's a strong safety aspect of flying inside the FAA, and it certainly is with a lot of industry now too, that didn't used to be there necessarily. And it pays off. It does. I got to work with guys like Dave Sisu back there, who has such a good, strong discipline about his flying that I didn't have quite so much when I hired in. And that helps a lot. The discipline is always good. You know, he can take a little bit longer to get ready for a flight than I would, but when he goes, he's got everything thought out, and we know exactly what we're going to be doing. And that's a great test pilot, and that is something I started doing a lot more too. So it's good. Well.
And Brian and Joyce, I think you'd like to know that Ross and Dave and others of the staff worked really hard to make sure you were nominated. And
Oh, well, thanks.
We did it covertly so you wouldn't find out about it.
You guys
And
are
Lowell.
really good.
And Lowell.
Yes, you
Yeah,
are
he's the
really
partner in crime right there.
Yeah, Lowell was definitely
too.
involved.
Well, thanks so much, folks. Thanks so much.
Well,
It's
congratulations
been
to both
absolutely
of you.
wonderful.
Let's give Brian and Joyce a round of applause.
That's all I have too.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to say?
Let me put this out here a little bit so we can.
I think it kind of goes without saying, but the family is sure proud of you for your accomplishment.
Oh,
So,
well, thanks, Paul.
yeah.
And I know our dad's been gone 4 years, but goodness, he was a Marine. And if he could have been here, he'd have been so very proud.
Yeah,
And Mom too. But
yeah, thanks, Don. That's right, yeah.
I was home while Brian was in Vietnam. And it was pretty tough on Mom and Dad the whole time. And then he went to Germany too, and I was the youngest, so I got to stay home and everybody was gone. Yeah, I'm really proud of you.
Thanks. How did you guys?
We've known for a little while. Yeah. Earlier this week, when you were talking about coming here, I was like, yeah, I know. In my head, you know. You guys are going to go out to eat.
There's food involved.
I told him that, well, I bet the guys want you to come because they decided they just can't get along without you, and they're gonna try to talk you into, coming back to work. I said, but I want you to say no because I'm enjoying you doing my grocery shopping, having supper on the table when I get home from work, and vacuuming, and you don't have time to go back to work. So work might be sounding more appealing now after a few months of that.
I can only make a couple things, so you get tired of having that.
See, I've always been told you work harder after you retire.
That's, I can see that happening. Yeah, I just come in here the other day, I said, you know, every day there's things I have to do, you know? Kind of on my schedule. Time, maybe not quite as anxious to have it completed that day, but there's always something, so it's like, you know, you're not just sitting around watching TV. You know?
But you can if you want.
Well, I could.
I
Cold
watched
days
TV
when it was
vacuum.
snow out and it was down to 0, I did that.
After parking here, I figured out why you take the bus.
No,
Yeah.
I parked here. I drove.
But when he worked here, he always took the bus.
Oh, he did?
Bus,
Okay.
12
Yeah.
term, it doesn't help you.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
So you don't have to worry about parking.
No, I sure don't. In fact, this is the first time I've been downtown Kansas City since I retired. That was the middle of December. Oh, well, everybody, want to start in here? Do I cut this?
Yeah, you can do it.
Can you do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.